we're back with another PicoCTF challenge, this time caas in the web exploitation category. It's by Brownie in Motion, and this guy is pretty funny. So description, now presenting caas as a service. If you don't work in tech, you may not realize how everything has become platform as a service, application platform as a service, software as a service, infrastructure as a service. Everything is as a service. And the reason is all these business guys, they get together and they just dream of having something like this, where it's a monthly subscription and you don't really own your software and you just rent it for forever and it's software as a service. caas as a service? Why not? I love it. Cow as a service? Great. So let's click through and let's take a look. And we get a description. It says, make a request to the following URL to caas your message. And then it gives us a URL and it expects a message right here. Before we move on, let's just quickly inspect and let's see if there's anything special here. And that looks pretty simple. And as for the sources, yeah, I don't see a whole lot going on here. So we are going to try this caas service. And I'm going to say, of course, caas moo. And we get a cute cow that says moo. And let's see if there's anything special here. No, this seems pretty straightforward. But we do get index.js, so we get a file to download. Let's take a look at that in VS Code. And we can see we're dealing with a Node application. So Node is an application server that runs JavaScript-based things. And we can see, so we have a get endpoint. We're making get calls, and we're going against caas, and then it has this colon message, meaning this next argument, it's going to grab and be able to access as message. And we can see what it's doing. It's executing on the command line, and it's taking our parameter message and just dumping it right in the command line. This is very unsafe. And I'll quickly show you a proof of concept of why it is using the terminal. So a normal argument or a normal terminal command would be something like ls. It's a single command and it does something. It could also take some input. So for example, ls desktop, and this will show us everything that's on the desktop. Imagine we were to take a variable. So we're going to do ls some variable x, and we're going to take that from third parties who just give us whatever they want, anything they want. What if instead of just giving us an argument, they gave us another command? Well, how could they do that? They could do it by doing something like desktop. Okay, so that satisfies the ls command. And then a semicolon. Semicolon means the end of a command. So now we're beginning a new one. And the command they want to run, in this case, will echo hello to the command line. But we could do anything we wanted to. And there we can see we got the output we had before with ls desktop, but we also got hello. And we're executing as the user. And so we can do anything that user can do because we have access to their command line. So again, like I said, very bad. So let's open this up in Burp. Burp is going to give us a lot of nice tools that will make this whole process much easier. So we'll work through that. We will start up a proxy, we'll open a browser so we can capture some traffic, and we'll go against this caas interface. We'll give it moo again, and we'll allow the traffic to pass through and look at our request. What we can see here is moo is passed in the path, and so we're interested in trying to add another command onto this. So let's send it to repeater, and we're going to try to edit this. So we said a semicolon gives us a new command, and then let's just do something simple as a proof of concept, maybe an ls. Let's try sending this across. And there we go. We can see both the moo and then the ls showing us the directory. And I think falg, which is probably flag misspelled, is what we're looking for. So let's try to do a cat falg.txt. And let's send that across. And it says bad request. Now why could that be? Well, the answer is some of these characters are not valid in a URL. For example, a space. You've never seen a space in any URL. It'll break it, unless the browser fixes it. Or Google decides to search on it. So Google couldn't figure out what it was, so it assumed it was a search term because you can't have a space in a URL. I'm a little surprised you can have a semicolon. You probably cannot have that dot, I'm not sure, but we're going to just URL encode the space for now, and we will see if that fixes our problem. So %20 is the way you encode that, and we'll send it across. And there's our flag, PicoCTF moo. So copy that. And hang on just a second before I lose you. I know we have the flag, but I'd like to show you one more thing. I'd like to show you how nice, sweet, so that worked, how nice burp is. What it'll allow you to do is if you want to, say, URL encode or decode everything, it can do that. It can apply URL encoding multiple times to help you get by filters and things like that. It's just a great overall tool. Hopefully this was useful to you. You just learned how to do command injections. If you could like, subscribe, comment, all those good things, it would help me out a lot. Thank you. Bye.